Oh, cool. Let's see. All right, testing, testing. Let's see if the audio is working, if anyone is in here. And let's see, let's give it a second. Oh, looks like it's working. Cool. All right. Looks like it's working. All right, so let's get this party started. Okay. Let me see here. I haven't done this in a while, so. All right, welcome to the stream. My name is Nash, and I used to do these a lot back in the day, but work happened. A lot of things happened. But we're back now. I actually like doing streams more than I like doing videos because these I get to interact with people. I get to, kind of like just pick a topic, and I don't really have to edit the video, right? Unless I'm going to repost it. But what I like to do in these streams is essentially, go through my comment section because I don't always get to respond to those and pick some really good comments and I'll make a live stream on it, right? And in that way people are able to ask follow-up questions. They're able to um add maybe additional questions and things like that. Okay, so for this stream, and these are gonna be on here, they're not gonna be deleted, so you can watch these later. And this is gonna be a short one, but it's gonna still be on the channel. So for this one, I want to show you guys what I wanted to respond to here. Okay, so let's go over to, how do you do this? This is how you know it's been a while. All right, so this is the question I have here. So I get this one a lot of times, uh, if I knew how to make it bigger. But this is a common question that I get from a lot of people. They always ask, hey, if I'm in accounting, can I work in finance? Or if I'm in finance, can I work in accounting? Right? So I want to give you, you know, an answer that you probably know the answer to. In this day and age, your degree doesn't really matter. Okay? Whether you have an accounting degree, you have an economics degree, you have a finance degree, you have communications degree, you can really work, anywhere you want, right? If you know the right people, if you are, if you're there at the right time, and if you're in the right place at the right time, you can work anywhere. But your advantage is going to be that if you have a finance degree or an accounting degree, you are going to have that core knowledge that helps you understand what you're doing at your job or how the company even functions, right? Imagine you are a communications major and you know someone who works at some company, they get you a finance position, and now you're on the job because you knew someone, but you don't really understand exactly what you're doing. So, a lot of these jobs have on the job training, types of situations, but imagine if you didn't have to depend on the job training, because that also depends on the person that's training you. I've been around people that really really suck at training people. Just like you're sitting down with someone, they're training you on how to do something, and you leave, you leave that training session with even more confusion than you started with, right? So not everyone's going to be a good trainer, and especially if you join a busy company, people don't really have the luxury of time, the time to train you. So would you rather be that person that goes with zero knowledge, zero core knowledge, and you depend on the job training, which depends on who's training you, or do you want to be the person that has a little bit of knowledge, right? And I think this is what business, a business major can do for you, whether you're focusing on accounting, finance, or whatever you're focusing on. As long as it falls under business, you are going to learn the core things that help you understand working in an environment that is related to business, right? So for example, if you are an accounting major and you want to go, work as a financial analyst, I think that's what the person asked. You can definitely do that, because you also have to realize that in order for someone to be a really, really good financial analyst, they have to be someone who understands accounting, right? Imagine you're trying to put together financial statements, right? Where are you going to find the data? You find it from accounting, right? Because accounting keeps record of the financial data. And your job as a financial analyst or financial person is to use that data to maybe create projections, right? Or to maybe, create visuals for a presentation and things like that. So those two things work hand in hand. And I think that most people, if you really want to be successful in finance as an analyst, first year analyst, second year analyst, uh, if you just want to work in finance, especially with data, I think understanding accounting makes you a better, in terms of knowledge, a better employee in terms of knowledge. Because I can tell you that when I was in college, I started off as an accounting major. I wanted to do that because my mother's an accounting was an accounting person for a while, and I just went to college saying I want to do exactly what my mom does. I want to be an accounting person, so I started with that, and I got an internship with the city where I live, and I realized, yeah, I don't really want to do accounting because I saw how bored they were when it wasn't that that season, tax season, um, so I had basic understanding of accounting, right? In college, most colleges allow you to take accounting one and accounting two if you are under business. So I took accounting one and accounting two, and also took accounting for finance majors, right? And then I ended up switching over to finance because I liked it more. But my point is that understanding finance, I mean, accounting really helps me today, because if I'm looking at something, I don't have to reach out to the, accounting department for the most basic questions. I can figure it out on my own because I have, that accounting knowledge. So it really helps you. So I think the best analysts are analysts or best financial analysts are going to be people that understand basic accounting. Now, vice versa too, right? In order for, well, maybe it doesn't really work that way, but I've seen a lot of people that go from being a financial analyst to being a staff accountant, right? These are accountants that are, like entry level accounting, right? You don't have your CPA, or you don't want to get your CPA, so you become a staff accountant, which is how they usually start. So I've seen people that go from being a financial analyst to being an accountant. How does that help you as an accountant, right? You know how finance works, you know how to do all these reports, how to do all these projections, you know how to do all these types of things that we do in finance with accounting data. Now, one of the things that a lot of accounting departments do at companies is, do audits, right? Or they do, if you have a company that has a bunch of clients, and your accounting department is also responsible for creating financial statements for these companies, maybe, it's based on requests, or it's based on maybe annual financial statements, or maybe quarterly, or maybe monthly or weekly. I've seen some clients that need daily financial statements, right? So the people that are usually, the people that handle these types of things are going to be the people in accounting, right? Now, some of the times is if you have a finance department and an accounting department, you're using the same information. If someone in accounting is trying to put together, a financial statement that was requested, they might not be able to understand how finance compiled this data here. So if you have someone that came from finance and they go to accounting, they don't have to, it kind of like eliminates that, that process of reaching out to this department to ask the most basic questions. So I think they go hand in hand. To answer your question, they go hand in hand, accounting and finance. But I think finance people or financial analysts benefit more from knowing accounting than accounting people benefit from knowing financial analyst stuff or the finance. Um, but yeah, so that is those are my 2 cents on that. Let's see here. There's one comment here. I know this was like a random live stream, I was like, you know what? Let me do one. It's Friday, okay? Before I, go do Friday things. What's good, bro? Long time sub here. Oh yeah, I remember you when I used to stream, I used to see you in the chat box. Yeah. Really glad to see you guys, see that you guys are still here. Yeah, I'm gonna do more of these live streams every week. I'm gonna do maybe multiple times a week too. So yeah, because I like doing this. I don't have to edit the videos. I just post it, and I don't really have time to edit videos. I work very long hours. Um, let's see here. Let's see if there's another interesting question. I'm gonna do maybe one more question, and then maybe I'll do another live stream soon. Let's see here. Let's see. What's another good question here? Okay, let me screenshot this one so I can show you. So I thought this was a really interesting take here. Let me share it on the screen so you guys can see it. So this was a YouTube short that I posted a long time ago. And one of the I got a really interesting comment. How do you do this? So close the camera. All right. So this is the comments here. So it says so the thing they're responding to is a YouTube short that I posted a while ago, and the title was avoid business degrees that are too general, right? Now, this comment that I got, it says that I have an MBA and a good paying job. I went to I went with I went with the general business administration route, and doing general business degree is not bad in my opinion. I should wear my glasses. It's not bad because you learn a bit of everything about business science, and it allows you more opportunities than it would with a concentration in a specific business degree like finance. So with this statement, so he's basically saying that, I have an MBA, but in my undergrad, I had a general business degree, and I think it's more helpful because you learn more things as compared to someone who just focuses on finance, accounting, or economics, whatever you focus on, okay? Which is a really great comment. I actually agree with, part of it, right? So when I say that you have to avoid general business degrees, this is meant this is supposed to go towards people that are confused, right? They know that they want to be in business, but they have no idea exactly what they want to do. Now, if you're gonna go for your MBA, obviously you can focus on other things on your MBA. You can have a general business degree as an undergrad, but when you go to your MBA, you can say, "Hey, I want to focus on finance in my MBA program." So I agree with this, but at the same time, you also have to realize how this ties back into the first question. Now, if a finance degree is concentrated, I agree with that, but at the same time, it also shares a lot of values with an accounting degree, with economics, right? Because finance is a combination of all these things. If you ever majored in finance in college, you're going to see that you take accounting classes, right? Economics 1 and 2, or macro and microeconomics. You take statistics, right? You take management, whatever science. You take, what else you take? You take, or a bunch of finance classes. You take insurance as you're offered insurance as an elective. You're offered really anything that's money related. Now, if you want to concentrate on something within finance itself, like I did, my my focus was corporate finance because that's what I liked. You can go into corporate finance, you go into investments, you can go into insurance, you can go. There's so many focused things you could go into in finance. So a finance degree, yes, it sounds like it's the focused business degree. It's too narrow. It's like, okay, you're just going into finance when you could do all this. But you also have to realize if you go to a public school, they make you take all those other classes. So even though your degree might sound like you're only doing finance, when you actually take the classes, you're taking all these classes, economics, you're taking, statistics, you're taking all types of business classes because I want to make you a well-rounded person. Because in order to fully understand finance, you have to understand the economics around the finance, the accounting around the finance, the everything around the finance, the management around the finance. You have to understand. Sometimes you even have to fully understand investments. Right? If you're going to work in the treasury department of a company as a financial analyst, you have to understand, how investments work. Or if you work as a financial analyst for an insurance company, which is how I started, you have to understand how insurance work, how premiums and claims work. You have to understand that. So I do agree with that comment, but at the same time, yeah, using finance as an example for a degree that's too concentrated, probably not the best example. But people that just get a general business degree, here's my recommendation. If you're gonna go to your undergrad, get a general business degree because you don't really want to concentrate on anything, I recommend you look at the classes. Pick a finance class or an economics major, not class, and look at the classes that you have to take. Especially if you go into public. I don't know how private universities work, but if you go to a public university, you can see the classes that you are required to take. If you see that oh, I'm getting all this knowledge even though I'm majoring in this one thing, then it's worth it, right? But if you're gonna do, a general degree in your undergrad, I would hope that for your MBA, you're gonna focus on something, right? Maybe you do your undergrad and you go into the world, you work a couple jobs, you realize, oh, I like insurance, and then you go to your MBA and you focus on that. But yeah, so that was the second question here. I kind of like have to get going, but yeah, this was really nice. Let's see here. I got a finance degree from Saginaw Valley State University. I know I probably misspelled that. Oh, that's great. I like it when I see people that have finance degrees as well. Uh, yeah, definitely easier to do lives and editing. Very, very true. But yeah, so thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. This is gonna be saved on here. Um, maybe I might post this on Twitter. You can post videos on Twitter now. I might do like clips and stuff. But yeah, thank you so much for tuning in, guys. I had fun doing this. This is what I like doing when you had a long day of work and you talk about things that you love talking about. I think it's a great thing. But thank you for tuning in, guys. I hope you guys have a great Friday and a great weekend. I will see you guys next week, probably on Sunday or Monday, or every day of the week. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.